Hello guys. So we continue our work. We still have few more weeks to go to complete our vessel in this journey of building our new desire, our new way to include the new energy, the new light that we accumulated, that we draw in the holiday of Passover. And this specific week, we are talking about the portion of Emor, and we are talking about the responsibility that we are taking upon ourselves of getting away from the energy of death. And in the Zohar, you're going to find out that it speaks also about the whole holidays. So it means that from this week on, we are passing on a great energy for the whole year. But I want to start with one sentence that the third phrase from the Zohar of portion Emor to speak about the concept of death. Let's talk about it. So, אמור אל הכהנים בני אהרון ואמרת עליהם, רבי יהודה פתח, מה רב טובך אשר צפנת ליראיך וגומר? מה רב טובך כמה הילאה ויקירה? ההוא נהורה הילאה דיקרא טוב, דכתיב וירא אלוהים את האור כי טוב. ודע הוא אור הגנוז דבי אביד קדוש ברוך הוא תו בעלמא, ולמה נע לי בכל יומה בגין דבי מתקיים עלמא וקיימה לי. אשר צפנת ליראיך דתתנן נהורה הילאה עבד קדוש ברוך הוא כד ברא על וגניז לצדיקיה לזמנה דעתי הדאו דכתיב אשר צפנת ליראיך. Here in this portion, it speaks especially about the priests in the Holy Temple, about the fact that they need to protect themselves and get away from the energy of death. But it speaks for all of us. All of us, in a way, we are priests or Kohanim. What does it mean? The children of Aharon. What does it mean? Aharon, what does it represent? He represents the energy of love, unity, and peace. He used to find always ways to connect between people. So for each one of us that we are considering ourselves working in this journey, doing the work, if it's through our actions or through our behaviors, or through our meditation, that we are meditating or working towards creating bridges between people, bringing love and peace between people, we need this concept. And it's something maybe that we spoke in the classes, but we need to awaken ourselves, especially this week, in this understanding, in which the Kabbalists are telling us that normally in our life we should experience joy and abundance and eternity, yes, and vitality in the majority in our life. But it's not what we see normally. So we need to remind ourselves the concept of the consciousness, the limited consciousness and the infinite consciousness. The limited consciousness that comes from our, we call it the body, but like, let's say the lower approach to life, right? The banal approach to life, okay? Which is the nefesh, if you remember the existing, okay, level of life. In this level, I am normally thinking about how can I feel myself. I am taking from the universe. I see how can I organize myself, right? How can I arrange things to happen to me, right? How can I take from things? How can I build things? But everything comes from a very basic consciousness to the self alone, to me. This type of thinking, this type of consciousness will draw limitation, will draw ending. When I behave towards another person, even if it's going to be my partner, and the only thing that I think in this partnership, in this relationship, is what is it for me, I'm going to create ending to this relationship. If I'm going to work and think how much money I'm going to get and how much more I can take from this place of work, this job is not going to stay for long. For every time that I'm coming from a consciousness of what is it for me or how can I take, I create limitation, eventually ending. That's why we have sometimes great times, but some like and immediately after sometimes very low moments. What should we do? How can we relate to this light that the Zohar is telling us, the concealed light that is coming by the Tov, by the good? We can enjoy. We can be excited in our life and happy and passionate about life. It's possible. In order for this to exist most of the time in our life, what do we need to do? We need to remember to bring our soul to the front. We need to remember to act from the level of my more elevated soul, from this part in me, ruach, neshama, that is for the sake of sharing, that is going out of the comfort zone. Because more I'm working in this way, I am taking out the veils between me and out my perfect self. And when it is so, I'm connecting to infinity. You have to think about the basic soul or basic existence as, I don't know, you can think about, okay, a fragmented existence, okay? So more I'm elevated, more it become united and endless. More I go down, I fall down, it becomes more fragmented and separated and processes and end, okay? And more elevated is endless. So every time I'm adding veils and negativity means by thinking for myself alone, I separate my life, my existence from the energy of vitality. And therefore, I'm going to experience very limited experiences. But when a person is making sure, is doing efforts, going out of his comfort zone, thinking about other people, sharing towards others, sharing to inspire others, not only sharing with food or basic things, but sharing energy means, let's say, through the Zohar, by having Zohars all around the world, there's elevation of consciousness. By having more classes, allowing more students in, we're going to elevate the consciousness of more people. So more I'm doing those kind of actions and helping my personal surrounding in the world to elevate, I'm elevating myself. And as so, because I took away the veils that separates me from infinity and vitality and passion become my nature and becomes my life. So to inject vitality into my life, the only thing I need to shift is one, make sure that you are pausing and restricting over your immediate nature. Yes, the robotic, the reactive one. Second, make sure you appreciate all the good things that you have in your life. If it is things that you received from the universe, from the light, or if it's something that is part of your character. Really appreciating this. Appreciation allows you to receive even more. Okay? Then the third thing, make sure that you're doing actions of sharing, that you see the other, that you're going out of your comfort zone. In this way, you are making sure that you are activating your upper level of soul and then living in this physical world with much more existence of the infinity, beautiful light of the Creator with all the energy of passion and vitality. So this week, I'm leaving you with a little bit of homework, physical homework. Yes, visualizing and scanning the Zohar in the portion of Emor, connecting and paying attention that you're working by the suggestions that I gave you. And especially the last one, see if you choose to donate, to support the project of the Zohar, because in that way you are connecting yourself also to the author of the Zohar. What is the Zohar? The Zohar is eternal. Has like a life energy that stays forever. Why? Because the author of the Zohar, Rabbi Shimon, that his death anniversary we're going to celebrate next Monday evening, he behaved all his life from his soul, for the sake of sharing, for the sake of change, for the sake of love, for the sake of protection. This is how the treasure of the Zohar was created. And this energy stays with us for eternity. Okay? So when I am working from my soul, from my endless part, and connecting my endless part with the endless part of Rabbi Shimon, which is through the printing of the Zohar, printing more Zohars, bringing more Zohar, giving more Zohars, yes, or the teaching of Kabbalah that's based on the Zohar. So whatever project I'm doing in the center, I'm helping to support those projects. I am connecting myself, my endless part, to the endless part of the author of the Zohar, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. So what happens as a result of that? I am experiencing in my life in much more percentage of my life, the energy of vitality and passion, and the energy of eternity, endless energy, which brings for love and passion and protection and healing and peace personally and worldwide. So think about it. And of course, you can consult with your teacher. Okay, it's always suggested. And I'm here for any question. And I see you next week. Bye. Have a great week.